Okay, so I'm live. Fingers crossed this works. If you watched last week, you would know that I had a few issues with my laptop, and the audio and the video quality wasn't great. And I haven't got around to changing the laptop, so it's the same laptop. But I've kind of jiggled around the audio and the video option, so I'm hoping it's not as bad as last week. So someone let me know if you can hear me okay, if the audio is okay. The video seems okay, but I'm not sure about the audio. So if you can hear me okay, then please send me a quick Skype message and let me know it's okay. Oh, brilliant. Oh, thank you, Emerson. It's working. It was really bad. I'm going to buy a new one anyway, because this Chromebook's quite limited. I didn't know Chromebooks were quite limited in their functioning, so I'm going to get a new laptop anyway. My next door neighbour. So hi and welcome to the Thursday stream. I do this stream every Thursday evening at 8:30 UK time. So you watch here on my YouTube channel and you can ask questions through Skype, and my Skype address is Rebekah Maroon. I'll use my phone today rather than my desktop for Skype, because I have no camera set up for my desktop right now. So yeah, I'll use my phone. Let's turn this off actually. So if you're new to watching this channel, it's basically a weekly talk on non-duality. Non-duality means not two, not dual, so not two. And you could say it's all one, but one implies a limitation, a thing. So not two doesn't imply one thing either. Like it's not two, it's not separated. You could use the term wholeness, or yeah, wholeness is a good one. Wholeness, beautiful. My feet are a bit cold. I had some socks here somewhere. Ah, here they are. My socks on. I'm really hot up here, but I'm cold. My feet are cold, so my extremities are cold. Yeah, so yeah, not to that this is whole, which is really beautiful. This is whole. So what does that mean then? This is whole. So normally in humans, it feels as if you exist. It feels as if you are someone in the body, or you are a limitation. You are something, and from that feeling of you being something, then there's everything else. There's everything else. So the sounds, the computer, the camera, the light, the table, the chair, the phone, the cup, the glass, the table, the wall, the clock, the fish tank, the sensations of the foot on the cushion, the bum on the seat, the hands touching the chair. It all feels as if it is separate, and it's separate from you because you exist as something. Then all that is happening becomes separate. It feels separate. It seems separate. And that doesn't feel very pleasant. It feels like there's a missing of something, a loss of something, a lacking of something. And then there's the labeling of these seeming things, the labeling of good and bad. So we label certain things good, we label other things bad. This is right, this is wrong. We want this, we don't want that. Like a rejection happens, a rejection of thought, of certain thoughts, a rejection of certain feelings, a rejection of experiences. And what you could say is another phrase or word for wholeness is that everything is okay. Everything that seems to be happening or appearing is okay. Even if it's something you say you don't want, or you don't like, or you prefer not to be, it itself is okay. Even that judgment of it is okay. Every feeling is okay. Every thought, every idea is okay. Every story is okay. Every experience is okay. That's what wholeness is. This is whole. It's not divided. It's not broken up. And this is unconditional love. That everything is as it is. And it couldn't be different from as it's appearing. because it's appearing. Maybe you can't hear that. Someone's arguing next door, I think. So this isn't really teaching. This is not teaching anything. It's just like pointing out of how it is, how it is. And what seems to happen in humans is there's this story of this is not okay. This is not the way this should be. This emotion, this feeling, this thought, this experience isn't the way it should be. There's something wrong here. And then there's a looking to make things what we deem as being perfect. We look for stability in form, stability in the appearances that are always moving and shifting and changing. We look for that permanent state in forms, in objects, in experience. That's what the dream story is written as, a seeker, someone seeking to find fulfillment or completion in this dream story of me and other. And what this is pointing out is that dream story of you trying to reach somewhere called perfection, trying to reach somewhere called enlightenment, trying to reach somewhere called a good person, trying to reach somewhere called a balanced, healthy, loving person. That isn't true. That story is endless and it will never arrive at this imagined point of arrival, this projection of perfection. Projection of perfection. Very good. uh, yeah, when that dream story will never arrive at this imagined point of making it, yes, of getting it, of finally arriving. What's being spoken about is that story of someone isn't true. It isn't the reality of this. Okay, it isn't what's experiencing this. It isn't what it's claiming to be. It's a dream happening. It's a dream happening of someone in time, somebody moving in time on a storyline. It's quite a shocking message that that story, who you believe to be a truth, the reality isn't true. That it isn't true. The whole world being that's built up in the mind isn't true. It's a really shocking message or discovery or in comparison, obviously in comparison to this story is true, and this story will get to a conclusion, a happy ending at some point in the future. So everything is okay is saying that this is it. This is it. But this is it. And that story of you moving and progressing and growing isn't true. That this is okay, exactly as it is appearing. So beautiful. So beautiful. Compared to, again, comparison, compared to being told you need to do this, you need to have this, you need to acquire this. That this is okay. So I think questions can be asked. Thank you, Emerson. Yeah, Emerson, for letting me know about the audio. I had to change the separate the audio from the visual to make it work together. But, how deep? How deep is your love? How deep is unconditional love? Oops. I mean, deepness has no like relevance to anything, like a measurement. How can you measure unconditionalness? You can't measure something's unconditional. It has no parameters or limits to it to be able to go from here to there to measure it. It's unconditional, meaning it allows everything. It is everything. It doesn't have that preference that seems to appear through humans with a preference for ketchup over brown sauce, for example, or mustard over ketchup. I don't know. It has no preference. It allows and is all things, all that appears. We might call good and bad. We might label right and wrong. We, as in the mind, the conditioning of our societies. This is good. This is bad. So that appears like as thoughts, as ideas, good and bad, but that's just like a label stamped on something that already is. Like it doesn't have any relevance or importance how the mind labels something. Like you could say, like her top is horrible or her top is lovely. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have any relevance. There's a preference appearing, saying I prefer her to be in a green top or a black top or whatever, but it's not relevant. It's just what's happening. A thought's happening. A preference is being stated or a comment or an opinions being expressed, but it has no, like, it has no relevance to what is. What is. What's happening is happening. And those comments and judgments are also what's happening. It's just when that identification, let's say, with thought is there, it becomes really important what the judgments are, what thought is saying about things. Like, thoughts are true, and so what thoughts are saying becomes true and meaningful, and the absolute right or wrong thing. Like, this noise shouldn't be now. This noise shouldn't be here, but it is. It's appearing. This is happening. Thank you, Emerson, for your question about deep unconditional love. Hi, Deepa. Hi, Rebekah. Can you feel unconditional love in the background of all that is happening? Can you feel unconditional love in the background of all that is happening? No, I can't feel unconditional love in the background of all that is happening. So love, a lot of love happens. A lot of love happens. Yeah, a lot of love appears, but that's not what I'm talking about. Unconditional love, that isn't what I'm talking about. This feeling of love, this so beautiful. This isn't what I'm talking about in unconditional love. Unconditional love isn't a feeling of love. It isn't a feeling of love. It's different to that. It's not love as we think of love, as that feeling of love, that expansion of love. It isn't that. Like, it's totally empty. Unconditional love. It's totally empty. It's totally empty. Unconditional love. Yeah, it's full. But yeah, feelings of love can appear. Yeah. But I'm assuming you're imagining it like the feeling of love being a constant thing, and it doesn't feel like that here. It comes up and it disappears. It's a part of this experience. But it's like it isn't like a love for only beautiful things. It's like when pain is appearing, there's pain. There's pain. Total pain. And that is love. That is love. That is love. That's unconditional love. When all things are allowed, like when that sense of you stops minding what's happening, then it's all love. Obviously you can't really do that, but it's like a, yeah, that life is happening regardless of what the mind labels it as, and there's a dissolving into that, collapsing into that, where you disappear and there's just what is, there's just pain, there's just that love, there's just life happening, just life happening. Thank you, Deepa. Victor. Hi, Rebekah. I have a question for your YouTube session. Oh, no. Is there any reason why the self keeps on resisting what is happening, even though it's obviously painful? When the self loosens or momentarily dissolves, it's obviously so much easier, but still the self doesn't want that. It keeps coming back, resisting. It wants to resist, but why? Because it wants to live. It wants to live. It wants to be here knowing life, knowing what's happening. It wants to be here to own it. Yeah, like it wants to live. It feels it's the protector of the body. It's the coordinator of life. It's the controller. So it wants to be here. It feels it needs to be here, in charge of everything. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. Thank you, Victor. Thank you, Deepa. Lola. I just totally. Oh no. I love your answers. No, I don't feel unconditional love in the background. It's not love. Well, that's what I said. It's not. It's not saying I understand your answer, but I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Just totally, just totally love it. Emerson, always so beautifully expressed, Rebekah. Oh. Asborn. Hi, Asborn. But it's nice. Good, oh, nice with good old human love too. Um, what was that? What was that related to? Good old human love too. Um, human love. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Just this love. I don't know. I don't know. It's just love. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, fall in love. What, you enjoy falling in love? You mean? Um, I don't know. Like I've never known love like this. I've never known love like this before. Like in that story of me, of Rebekah, I'd never known love like this. You know, when you like have a partner. Maybe it was just me. I don't know. Maybe when you have a partner and stuff, like it's feelings of love, yes, but it was based upon needing a person, needing the other. Yeah, it was needing. It wasn't love. I've never actually made love. Well, I shouldn't say that, so I don't know. Yeah, we'll leave that one. Yeah. So we're always looking for that love in something. Believing it to be in something. Thank you. I'll just wait a bit longer to see if any more questions come in. Oh. It's something, let's see, it's something mystical about this love that is empty, difficult to grasp. Yeah, mystical, magical. Yeah, it's beyond the thinking mind. It's beyond our usual tool, isn't it? The mind is beyond that. It can't be known by the intellect. It's mystical. It's a mystery. And to the mind, that's bad. I can't know it. I can't have it as a thought object. But it's so beautiful that it can't be contained in a thought, in an idea. It's so beautiful. But you can't own it and have it. But it is. So beautiful. Like in society, we have to barter and buy things and exchange things. And some have more than others, and some can't afford it, and all this stuff. But this is not like that. It's not something you can buy or be you can be without or not have, and others have more than you. Or it's total equality. So beautiful. Okay, thank you for joining the stream. Lovely, lovely. It was lovely. um, I'm back next Thursday at 8:30, so you can join me again then. Yeah. Oh, lots of fun. Bye.